Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Funky Panther, coming to you from Fort Worth, Texas. We've got another phenomenal show for you here on episode number 63. We've got our buddy Ben Ryan. You want to say hey, Ben?
Hey, Ben.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and get into it. Sit back, relax, and enjoy. I'm Chad.
I'm Javier.
And I'm Tim.
And we are
The Funky Panther!
Neato.
Nice.
Welcome.
Thank you.
So
Thanks
good
for
to
having
have you
me.
here.
I'm excited.
We are excited.
I've actually been talking about it all week. It's like,
Nice.
I'm going to be on the Funky Panther.
But you do this all week. Like, this is
But this is-
still
It's
different.
It's different, yeah.
Yeah, this is different. Like, I'm not interviewing you.
true.
I mean, I don't know. Are y'all
And
going to
we're-
interview me? I don't know.
We'll
It's
have
weird.
some questions
A
for
wee
you.
bit. A wee
I mean,
bit.
normally I'm the one running the show, so this is kind of nice. I don't have to push any buttons. I don't have to. I just have to hang out.
You don't have a program manager that's breathing down on you, telling you have to do this, this, and this, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. So
yeah. And the FCC.
yeah.
I've
won't
had a
let
letter
you be?
sent. They won't. There was a letter sent on me to the FCC.
Really?
What?
Yeah, that was fun. I was like, hey, my boss at the time, I go, hey, man, can you print that out and can I keep it? I want to frame it.
Can I frame that and put that up?
To my knowledge, I'm the only one that's ever had an FCC complaint out of all the folks at the station.
That's very cool.
So I was like,
It's like, is it?
look at me go, Mom.
Some might say it's not so cool, but
I think it's cool.
yeah,
I think it's
awesome.
I'd frame that bitch.
Yeah.
I'd
I
frame
mean,
it, yeah.
they wouldn't give it to me because they knew I would just run with it. Because I did the dirty joke of the day.
Oh,
So that's,
yeah.
I offended some lady.
Okay, so it stepped to the line over for somebody, I guess.
I mean, I told the joke last night to a random person, and they thought it was hilarious.
I'm sure it was funny. I mean, if you want to tell it now, you can. I mean, we're not going to turn you into the
I mean,
FCC.
these days, you're gonna offend somebody no matter what,
Yeah,
right? So,
yeah.
like,
Yeah.
I mean,
I offended somebody by the way I said an artist's name. Yeah.
okay.
But, okay, so what do grapefruit and women have in common?
Grapefruit and
Grapefruit.
women?
grapefruit.
and
Yeah, I
women.
don't know.
The best ones squirt when you eat them. Hi, Mom. Sorry. Mom has
my
a
kinda joke.
Mom has a swear jar, and so that would also go into the swear jar. And I do want to point out that I know y'all have had JoJo on here,
Yeah.
Yes.
and he did not bring beer, did he?
I don't. It's been so long.
He said he didn't,
I
so I
don't
told him
think
I was
Oh,
going to
no,
one
he
up
didn't.
him.
Yeah, he didn't.
Yeah, you brought us some Panther Island
Yeah.
Oktoberfest.
And you know that just that's not beer.
Oh, I
That's-
know.
okay,
This is liquid
just,
death.
Just water.
It's
yeah.
gonna murder
Liquid
my
death.
thirst.
It is. Yeah.
I will admit that there's normally
Thank you.
6 of those, but I got a little thirsty last night.
I don't blame you.
Yeah, I
All
don't blame
good.
you either.
All good. Perfect timing too, because
Absolutely.
there's Oktoberfest tonight. There's Oktoberfest next weekend. I mean, this is the best time. So and I haven't had the Panther Island one. Have y'all?
I haven't. No. I
No,
haven't.
it just came out, right?
It's really good, yes.
All right,
yes.
let's crack it open.
Like I said, okay, well, hey. And one thing about Panther Island brews
Cheers.
is on the bottom. Don't turn it over all the way, obviously, but we do put
pour
little
on
notes.
myself.
So like
Oh,
it says
cool.
Prost.
That's awesome.
Very nice.
That's very cool.
So I don't work at the ranch. I
Right,
also,
right.
Beer tend at
Beer tent.
Panther
Yeah.
Island.
How long you been there now?
Oh man, since 2017, I started on the
Yeah.
brew deck, and then I blew out my knee, and I couldn't do that anymore. So they said, "Hey, well, you talk a lot, so we'll put you on the bar."
At least they kept you around, right?
Oh yeah,
coming.
I've known Johnny and Ryan for I don't know since Lincoln was in office.
Good Lord.
Yeah.
Wow.
If you
Man,
didn't
that
know,
is good.
Ben Ryan is actually really old.
Yeah,
He's an immortal. You ever seen the movie Logan? That's him.
Yeah.
He's
Wasn't that Wolverine?
that was yeah, I mean
Oh yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I do have gray in my beard.
So you're Wolverine.
Yes.
Got it. Okay.
Wolverine.
So you're a
I don't think he does that though.
I had a friend that would always say that in high school. He's like, "I'm Wolverine." Like, what are you doing?
that makes no sense.
I know.
You're from you're from here, right? From Fort Worth. Or
I'm originally from Magnolia, Arkansas.
okay.
Okay.
Yes, but
Well-
I've lived in Texas over half my life. I got the Fort Worth tattoo.
Very nice.
So Mayor Price said I was an honorary Texan.
So I've been told that you went to high school in our little northern neighborhood, right? Keller, yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. Actually, I've got another friend that's a nurse that was in school with you too. So we'll talk. Well, I'll name her later.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
This could be trouble.
No. She had nothing but good things to say about you too. So
remember that FCC
Okay.
complaint you were talking
We've got a name.
Oh, Lord.
So before we get into you and get to know you a little bit more, and then of course we'll do the Funky Five. It's only been a few days since we've been doing this. I mean, like Tuesday, it was only like 3 or 4 days ago that we were back together. But we got together on Saturday because you're a very hard worker and you work during the week, and we're trying to do this off-cycle episode, and which is kind of nice, honestly. Like a Saturday afternoon, I feel like there's not as much pressure.
Yeah.
We're not all coming from work and like crazy night, and then just trying to rush to put this together. It was actually really nice.
This gives me like, because we're gonna drop the episode on Thursday, so I've got like literally a week.
Yeah.
To get everything kind of like squared away,
It's really nice.
And so you edit it?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
man.
Yeah, and I don't. So it's gotten to the point now that we don't have a lot of dead air, and I'm not having to cut a lot of things, and so it goes very, very smoothly. Now, occasionally we have some people on here that just they've never done an interview, so it takes a little bit of a little bit more.
They've
effort,
never
but
done an interview.
Yeah, it takes a little bit of a.
Your references are sick.
So yeah, but I got about a week to edit, so that's gonna be nice.
Yeah,
and
it'll be real nice.
Get it uploaded, so I'm not gonna be stressed over that or anything.
Knowing you'd probably take you like all week. You'd wait until like.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait till
Wednesday.
the last minute, and I'll do it on
100%.
Wednesday.
And he's gonna
I'll
text
do it
us,
on
oh, the internet went out again, guys.
Man, I used to edit a 3-hour show.
Oh,
But so it always ran over. It ended up being like 4 hours. But it had to be 3 segments an hour, 18 minutes on the dot with spots and imaging.
Oh man.
And I mean,
we're not that cool.
it took me like 8 hours to do that. It was rough.
We're going to talk about how bad we are compared to, you're a pro. You know what I mean?
Have you ever listened to my show? I'm terrible.
Yeah. No, whatever.
I stammer and stutter and sneeze.
Have you heard? I think that Javier's had like 4 strokes on this show. I mean, he just starts talking and then he just doesn't stop. He just keeps saying the same thing over and over. We got to put him on reset.
I have heard that a few times.
You gotta
It's great. It always gives me, I get tickled.
Got to press the reset button on Javier.
God damn, what's
broken.
wrong with that boy?
Occasionally, if you hear it, you'll hear us
Robert?
smack him upside the head, and that fixes it. We used to do that a lot
like hitting the
off
TV.
camera, but
Yeah.
we started getting letters too, because they didn't like us abusing our friend here.
So real quick, it's been a few days. Have y'all done anything over the past few days since we've seen each other?
I've done nothing.
We did Tuesday night. We
worked.
tried to go to that brewery. What was it called again? I keep forgetting the name of the.
Second rodeo.
Y'all know.
My friends
And-
are there right now.
Yeah.
Oh really?
I've heard from some people that it's a really sweet spot to go, but we went and it was closed for a private event, so we didn't get to go. But we did go to the Rabbit Hole instead and had a couple of beers, which was nice. Shout out to Omar who showed up with us and hung out for a little bit.
It's a lot of fun.
Arvizu taco
Yeah.
truck.
Taqueria?
Yeah.
Also, proprietor of Arvizu Tacos. Also at the Rabbit Hole every now and then, usually Tuesdays.
Tuesdays,
right?
yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah, he just worked late on Tuesday. For me, last night we went out. We went to Bearded Lady for a little bit, which was nice because I hadn't been there in a while. But the weather's been so great. Like the weather, it's still hot, but it's not too damn hot. And so we went out, sat on the patio, and then we went to Four Sisters, which that place is so good. I mean, we took it to go one time.
We've done it to go. Yeah.
It's not the same when when you sit there and you've got like 5 things and you're sharing between 4 people and just kind of like pulling all apart. And then that coffee, they've got this Vietnamese coffee at the end that is, I mean, if you order it, you should. It's basically a dessert.
Is it going to keep you awake?
I mean, I slept,
Oh,
but
yeah.
I did have the coffee. Have you ever been there, Four Sisters? No.
I was gonna ask you what all kind of food is it?
It's like Vietnamese.
Vietnamese.
Oh,
right?
okay.
It's on South Main. Just south of like where all the good stuff is. It's kind of by itself down there. I don't think there's anything else that far south.
Yeah,
right?
not that far now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put that on my list.
Kind of across the street from Mass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's
okay.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
I was over there last night. I went to Conneaursa.
Oh, okay. Very good.
Was
Yeah.
gonna go to Samson's, but we didn't get there in time.
What's Samson's?
Ethiopian?
Oh.
I've always wanted. I talked about this last night.
yeah.
I would love
And
to
we've
try it.
talked about wanting to try that
Yeah,
out. Yeah.
We're going tonight.
Oh, very cool.
Samson's.
The lady and I.
Nice.
Yeah, we tried to go last night. I took a PTO day yesterday,
Okay.
so I was on the air. I was voice tracked. Secrets to radio. People were like, "Hey man, I love this song." I'm like, "What are you? I'm not." Oh yeah, I'm pre-recorded.
Oopsie
Radio.
doopsie.
I did get to meet EJ from he's 817 Pod. He's got a lot of stuff going on. He was sitting right next to me, and I didn't realize we were just like I probably looked like just a fatty, just like going nuts on this food. It was so good. All of us were. We were just like going crazy. He's like, "Hey, Chad," and I was like, "What the fuck?
Who is this guy?
Oh yeah.
Not right now. I'm eating. I'm feasting." And then, but it was really nice. He took a picture, and then right before we left. But it was cool meeting him. He really does.
That made your night though. So let's just put in perspective. This guy, ever since we started this podcast, his
Yeah.
thing was like, I want somebody to recognize me. I want to step
Know
out
me.
and someone to know who I am. And it happened.
But it caught me so off guard. I was like, that's my name, but he must be talking to someone else. But yeah, it was pretty cool because the only people that have seen us out in public that have said, oh, hey, are people that we know we just haven't seen in a while.
Right.
And
Yeah.
so I've never actually officially met him. I know that he's been at I think he was at Lollapalooza when we were there, but I didn't see him.
Yeah.
But he's been at things. But yeah, really cool meeting him. What about you, Javier? You do anything?
Went to Rise last night. Had
souffle.
some souffle. I've never had souffle. I thought it was like a meat pie or something.
And that's at Smokestack?
No.
No?
Rise number 1.
Okay, I don't know
number
where that's
3,
at.
Yeah,
something
it's
like
Clear
that.
Fork, right?
Clear
Fork,
Fork,
okay.
yeah. And then we went to Smokestack,
Gotcha.
1948, and saw a band play over there. They have a new little. Well, they actually have a couple new things over there. They have a cocktail bar, like outside,
Okay.
in a little garage. Well, they have
Yeah,
two garage areas over there, and a little arcade in the back near the field over there, and that's pretty cool. But
So this is since we've been there.
well, I mean, it wasn't open whenever.
Okay.
I think the bartender or the
We were there on like a weekday though.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
and I think it's open during the weekends. But it was a lot of fun, and got to meet the his name is David. I forgot his last name, but really cool guy. He's cocktail. What do you call like a
Mixologist?
Mixologist.
It's a cocker.
I met a cocker by the name of Daniel.
Great guy. Made
It doesn't make
a
sense
hell of a
whenever
drink.
I'm
Slinging
thinking.
cocks
I'm
and
saying like
tails.
cock what?
Oh, Betty Cocker.
But yeah, he was a cool guy. Tried some new stuff. I mean, I got pretty drunk last night, and then I had to go to work this morning.
Congrats.
Yeah, thank you so much. I really try to fit that time in where I can get shit faced and
Yeah.
still function the next morning.
Good for
Which
you.
The sleep was great. But that place is really cool. I mean, it was a lot of fun.
Awesome. You said you went to Mass. Who'd you see?
Oh, I just drove by it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was just
Gotcha.
over in that area.
Yeah.
Oh,
Went
I
to
see.
Cane Rosa. Well, first went over by Panther Island because they have a coconut Hefeweizen now.
What?
Ooh.
Small batch, so it's like probably 1 or 2 kegs.
Yeah.
And they put it on Friday, and I just looked at my girlfriend. I was like, "You like coconut beer?" And she's like, "I love coconut." I go, "Let's go there, then dinner." And that's why we didn't make it to Sampson's.
Oh, okay.
Dude, I've got to try that now.
Yeah, it sounds interesting.
That's
How was it?
Let's go. It was fantastic. Shout out to our head brewer, Sandra. She's amazing. She does some really cool stuff.
Nice.
Yeah, coconut's like one of my. If you put coconut in beer, like that's my go-to. I'm
I
gonna
mean-
jump all over that.
I was thinking like a banana black currant sour.
Yeah.
I think that would be really cool.
That sounds good.
Ryan.
Yeah, and then with black currants or currants. is it
I don't know how to
currants or
say it. I don't
currants?
know. I found out what they were on Red Dead. Okay. So
With
then I
lots of those.
Yeah.
The beer's usually pretty dark. You could always just call it the Funky Panther. You know what I mean? Because
Oh yeah,
if it's a sour,
and it's a
you know
Panther
what I mean?
and it's funky. Yeah.
Well,
what?
they do local artist collaborations, and y'all are creators.
We've talked to Joe
We
about
have,
that.
yeah.
And we've never actually like gone through and figured out what we would do.
He's like, yeah, it'd be a small batch, but I'm more than welcome.
It's got to be sour because it's funky, right? Or funky, and then it's got to be dark because the Panther, right?
Yeah.
We
That
could
would
do
make
peanut
sense.
butter bacon.
I'm not opposed to that either.
That's pretty funky. I mean, it's not sour, but that's funky enough,
You
right?
could probably make it sour. I don't think it'd be very good.
I know.
No.
Okay.
But-
Well,
bad idea.
We've actually had that happen. We homebrewed for a while. We made a peanut butter stout that came out a sour. It got infected,
Yeah.
and it was a sour peanut butter stout. It
Ooh.
was terrible.
Did you give it penicillin?
If that would have saved it, we would have. But man, ugh.
Well, we'll all have to go to Panther Island sometimes because I do a lot of mixing of the beers. Like the last weekend, I mixed 3 of our beers together, and it was pretty good. I call it Sweet Tooth, I don't know, Sweet Tooth, something like that. It's a little early for me to drink. So it was the Buc-ee's Beaver Nuggets beer, the vanilla cake beer, and our
Okay.
And the sweet thing.
sweet thing. So celebrate
Oh, man, that
road
sounds
trip.
So
amazing.
snacks
all
and
3 of the
thing.
sweet beers y'all have, just
Yeah.
like oh,
Layered. It was amazing.
that sounds great.
It's like whenever you're in high school and you put the Coke and all the you get all the
Suicide?
flavors
I
of
did that
Suicide.
on our wall one time, including the wine and kombucha.
Oh Lord! Oh no!
It tasted like I'm not gonna lie, it kind of tasted like chocolate covered strawberries.
What the hell?
All right.
That's
It
weird.
it was weird, man. I'm telling you. I think it was the wine.
Who came up with the IPF and
IPFNA?
IPF and G?
Puffna.
Well,
Oh,
doing the
IPF
mixing
and
too.
Gs?
Like
Remember
mix,
Joe used to give that to us when we first started going.
That was already a staple when I started
Okay.
working there.
because
Okay.
my favorite now is doing the IPF and A, but mixing it with the summer G's and get that peach.
Okay.
Oh, dude,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
so good.
So one of the things I do and anytime somebody's like, "Oh, I like stouts. Have you had a golden stout?" No. Okay. Well, this is our Celebrates collaboration with local artist Grady Spencer in the work. There's your plug. It's birthday cake, cold brew coffee, and it's a golden stout. So I do that 60% and 40% sweet fang, and we call it a blue fang
Oh,
because it's a
man.
blue color pastry stout.
Oh, okay.
I just
And
love these mixes.
I-
It sounds great.
You know, it's just me upselling people. You tell them it's not on the menu, they're going to be like, "Oh, I want that. It's automatically good." But it really is good. Like, our owners like it, too. So, sorry, I talk a lot.
No, that's
Feel
good,
free
man.
to cut me
This
off.
is, oh, no.
Secret-
Love it. When you talk, that means we don't have to.
Yeah. You brought up Grady Spencer in the work. Dustin talked about him
Yeah.
whenever he was here.
Yeah.
Who else did also? Someone else did too, right?
No, I think just
think
just
just
Dustin. I
them
think.
okay. There's your second plug.
Was that a second
Was that
plug?
really-
Or were you just
Great
confusingly asking questions?
Grady Spencer. There's a
He's not-
four.
He's not Beetlejuice. Like,
Come again? He pops out from the back.
Grady pops out. He goes, "Hey, guys, you want some charcuterie?" He loves charcuterie, by the way.
oh, that's funny. What about events?
Yeah.
We've got some stuff coming up. We've talked about Oktoberfest at Maple Branch tonight.
Which we're going to be there tonight.
We're
So
gonna
if
be
you're
there
watching
tonight.
live, we're going to swing
We
by.
also have Oktoberfest in Fort Worth next weekend, which when this drops on the podcast, it'll be this coming weekend. We'll be there on Friday. And then we're also going to be at the State Fair on Sunday, right?
Yeah,
We finally decided that we're going to be at the State Fair.
Are y'all going to try that crazy new hot dog thing? you
Oh,
did?
hell yeah.
Okay.
The Texas dog?
Yeah, I was trying to remember what all was in it. I know there's mac and cheese and something hot. and-
Turkey.
The batter's spicy, and it's
Okay.
got so they take the stick out, and it's just going to be like
That's
a
what she said.
battered. Yeah, it's going to be like a battered hot or corn dog, but just split open, and then they put the mac and cheese and jalapeno, crispy jalapenos, I think, or something.
I'm excited about
I'm
that.
down.
I'm excited to try that.
Any other events?
No, I think that's it. I think we covered that.
There's one you mentioned, right?
Ramblin' Roads Music
Oh, yeah,
Festival.
okay.
It's over at Levitt Pavilion. There's going to be like 30 plus artists, local musicians, and William Clark Green is going to be playing as well. He's not. I mean, he's got a house here, but he's from Eastland, Lubbock, you know. all
It's
that weird
Texas.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's going to be there.
When's that?
Oh man, you had to ask me that question.
Well, here like in the next month or like
I
3
think
months?
I think it's next weekend or 2
Okay.
weeks away.
Okay, so pretty soon. So
Yeah.
check that out.
Of course, y'all already talked about it, but Fort Worth Oktoberfest at Panther Island Pavilion. I'm planning on going out there. Hopefully.
Where's you said Levitt Pavilion?
Mhm.
Where's that at?
It's in Arlington.
Okay, I've never been there.
They do a lot of free shows during the week or on like Fridays and Saturdays. And it's family friendly. People go out there. I think you can take coolers or I don't know.
Is it near old downtown? Like downtown?
I think
Arlington?
so.
I love that area. There's so much stuff to do.
Yeah.
Like, who would have thought?
There is now. I mean,
Yeah.
back in the day, it was just one road. And
Yeah.
Oh, and
the
Division
theater.
Division was rough. Like you didn't hang out on Division Street back in the day.
I
mean,
went
it
out
wasn't
there a few weeks ago and tried. JoJo made fun of me. I thought it was her to do, but it's hurtado.
What's a Hurdy
also-
barbecue?
I also called his food page Panther City Palate. I'm just outing myself on stuff. You got to be able to
What
laugh
else
at
is
yourself.
dumb
Lord
that you
have
do?
mercy.
No.
Let's see. No, I'm
He's like the list is long, but the
you got to be able to laugh at yourself, though, right?
Oh, yeah,
Panther
for
City
sure.
Latte.
Then it's just a mistake, right?
Yeah.
Just go ahead and steer into the skid.
Yeah, so that's it. So we want to jump into just like some brief news.
Yeah.
Very
Okay.
good.
So let's.
Now it's time for news with Tim. Take it away, Tim.
Thank you, Chad.
I don't know.
I love it.
Recently in news, if you're local, I saw Robin actually posted this. They were looking for a dog and a stolen car, right?
Dog stole a car?
So somebody stole
Yes.
a car with the golden retriever in there over by TCU, and they found the dog. The dog has been returned, so that's awesome.
Yeah,
about the car?
absolutely. The
Hey,
car
you
was
know-
recovered. The dog was in the car.
Yeah. So after he was stolen along with the SUV from outside the Fort Worth apartment, Mackenzie Koch said she loaded her dog Riggins and some things into the Chevrolet Tahoe and briefly left it running. So that's what happened. So she was going back inside to get it, and somebody. So she walks outside. I can't imagine this. Like she walks outside and sees somebody getting into her car and like my dog's in there. I could care less about the car.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm more worried about my dog. And they tossed her cell phone. LoJack got disabled, but they ended up recovering the dog. So that's
Yeah, insurance can't get your puppers back.
That's
They-
right.
You know,
No.
just the car.
I would kill to get my dog back.
I'd murder.
Yeah.
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 John Wick,
Straight
man.
John Wick.
I'd
style,
murder a human.
Oh.
I'd murder a human.
I thought that was implied. I don't know why you had to go that far and like stare
I'd
at me in the
murder a
face.
horse.
Why'd you stare at me when you said it?
Don't look at me, horse. You look at me wrong, horse. You're getting it.
Stop laughing, clown.
So in other news, the Parade of Lights is back to full public this year. So we're going to have the actual Parade of Lights in downtown Fort Worth.
Very cool.
November 21st, starting at 6 p.m. It's the 39th year the Parade of Lights has been officially going for Fort Worth.
It's kind of nice that we're having things again, right? Like I feel like I forget about the fact that we missed out on so many things last year. They just got canceled, and we're like, oh, okay, well, moving on with their lives. And then when they're coming back, even though I didn't go to them regularly, like the state fair and that kind of stuff, it's just nice to know that we can, because it feels like we really missed out last year. So that's exciting.
Local again, Fort Worth's Blackland Distillery. Which
Oh,
we
yeah.
got a nice
Pecan
bottle
bourbon.
there.
Have you tried?
I haven't.
Blackland?
Pecan bourbon?
Oh, it's good.
I'm going to get you a glass with some ice.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're
Straight.
expanding. They're expanding their barrel house and all that stuff. So they've been distributing, but they partnered up with Southern Glazier's Wine and Spirits, which is a leading wine and spirits distributor here in the southern area. So
Okay.
they're going to be going to additional markets in Oklahoma in October 2021 or 2021. I mean, so that's most excellent for local distillery.
We've got some really good distilleries in Fort Worth now. It's crazy because we've got Blackland, we've got Acre, which we went to visit, right? And that was a lot of fun. Have you been to Acre?
I have not. I've seen it, but I've not been in.
It's definitely worth trying, at least going in for a cocktail, but definitely like if you had the time, going in for a tour is awesome because you learn more about, the history of Fort Worth, but it's also some fantastic, like a huge variety of liquors. Or
Yeah, because it's built. The building's old, and it was at Hell's Half Acre where it was located, right? And so the owner of it had this whole like history lesson they gave us, and it was more stuff than I even knew. What was it?
Right.
Who was it that got caught? It was
Billy, Butch Cassidy.
Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid.
Yeah.
They got
Billy the Kid.
I was about to say Billy the Kid. I knew it was the kid. I just didn't know which kid.
Billy
it-
Madison.
got caught essentially because they were. They had a photo taken at a wedding. He told us this whole history. The photo was taken at this wedding.
Yeah.
And one of the Pinkerton boys came through, and they went into this to get a picture made and saw what looked like people that they recognized.
Yeah.
And that happened here in Fort Worth, which is pretty neat.
We also have Silver Star. We also have TX.
Yeah.
And then we also have Black Eye
Right.
vodka. So all really good spots to check out if you haven't already done so.
And I asked this earlier before you got here, but I think we're all The Office fans, right?
Absolutely.
I love The Office. I think
That is
everyone loves The Office.
delicious.
Right? It is.
Just,
Absolutely.
just straight.
Oh my.
straight.
Yeah.
This is straight.
Okay, y'all. Hey, look over there. I'm gonna have to go get some of that. That is really good.
Yeah.
It absolutely is. He brought it one time when they had just came out, and he's like, okay, only a little bit. I got to take the rest home with me. But
It's gone now. I got to go back and get me another bottle too.
and I got this for a gift for somebody also, and I'm like, let me get myself a bottle as well because we've just drank it straight.
Yeah.
Well, we put some like a sparkling liquid death in
Just
it,
to
but
cut. It's a little too
just to
sweet
cut
for
it a
me.
little.
Have you made a old fashioned with it?
Not yet. No.
They do.
It's my favorite drink.
Mine
At
too.
Blackland,
Absolutely.
they make
Yeah.
a really good old fashioned with it, and they actually put like a smoked pecan or something like that on top. But it's really good.
Hell yeah.
Where's your favorite old fashioned that you've had?
Locally, probably Scat.
Okay,
All right.
they do have a good old fashioned.
I did have one in New York City that had smoked bourbon bacon, smoked bacon bourbon.
New York City.
Get a rope. But it was at a speakeasy where you have to go through the phone booth. Like you pick up the phone, you got to take your hat off, look at the camera, and be like, "Oh, there's 3 of us." And they wouldn't open the door for me.
Really?
My friend Vanessa had to go and get us in. And I was
Interesting.
like, "See what y'all are doing."
That's totally New York.
I forgot we talked. We saw a speakeasy.
We saw one in Tennessee.
In Tennessee,
Yeah, in Nashville.
Yeah, but it was. It looked like it was crazy. And why didn't we go?
There was you looked it up. There's some sort of stipulation like you had to wear.
We
like,
weren't.
We weren't
were
dressed
in,
for it.
Yeah, Converse and hats and stuff like that, and that you had to be dressed
No,
up.
no hats,
That's
no
what it was.
T-shirts. Had to be collared shirts.
Yeah,
no,
we were not
no
ready for that.
Nikes or anything like that.
Well,
Yeah.
This one, like, it's a hot dog, like, restaurant, and you walk in and people are ordering hot dogs, and there's a phone booth, and you walk over and you just open the door, you pick up the phone, and then the wall opens, and you go in there, and no hats allowed, cash only.
Wow.
That's pretty
Smart.
legit.
And I
That's
had
cool.
my grandfather's 1963 Stevens felt hat on, and they're like, "We'll take your hat." And I was like, "You don't understand how old this hat is." And they're like, "I used to work at a hat store, so I know what I'm doing." I'm like, "All right, you crush it, you buy it."
And you get a fist, you get a knuckle sandwich.
I mean, I would have said that, but it was a woman.
Oh yeah.
I,
okay.
can't do that. Nah.
So whenever they made your old fashioned, how long did it take for them to make it?
It took probably 5 or 10 minutes.
Yeah, because
It was pretty busy in there, though.
Like my favorite old fashioned I had when I was in England, in this place called St. Chad's Place. The only reason I remember is fucking Chad right here.
Right. Yeah,
And,
we went.
It took we were in London, and it was by the platform from Harry Potter.
Yeah.
And so the guy, we were just waiting for it. It took him like 20 minutes to make, and he knew we were kind of like, we weren't anxious to get it. We were just like, oh, let's see how he's doing. And he's like, I know you're wanting it, but it's just gonna be patient about it. You're gonna love it. It's gonna be great. And it was the best old fashioned I ever had, like the best. I wish I could like taste it again.
I'm sure that anticipation had a little something to do with it. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Like, it was delicious, but like when you're waiting and you're really kind of fiending for it, and we've been on trains for the past like half hour, like it made, it was great.
Well, you know what I do is if I want an old fashioned, wherever I'm at, I ask them, I go, okay, what kind of ice do you put in your old fashioned? If they say, cubed ice like that, I'm like, nah, I'm pass. If they have like the square or the round one, I'm like, okay, I'll get one. But y'all talked about Austin Upchurch on a previous episode.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
His guitar player was with me at that bar
Oh,
in
okay.
New York City.
Oh,
He used to be
interesting.
my roommate back in the
okay.
day, and then decided to go back to college like a loser.
So funny enough, this
Bad
segues
decisions.
right into this BuzzFeed that I found. So a really big Office fan saw BJ Novak at a bar and sent him the most perfect drink.
What was the perfect drink?
Just think back about your.
Ryan started the fire.
So it wasn't on fire,
Okay.
but
Was
who
it a Jello
was
shot?
who was his
Stapler and a Jello shot?
who was his love interest?
Kelly Kapoor.
Yeah, and so what did she like?
I don't know. Cosmos.
I would say Cosmo.
Yeah. I
Um,
don't remember.
It had 8 maraschino cherries, sugar on the rim, blended if you can. It was a vodka-based drink. Yeah,
funny.
this dude sees him over there and orders this and has it sent to him. And BJ Novak was a great sport about it. Posted up on Instagram, and in fact, several of his co-stars on The Office commented on there, and they
That's
just loved it.
awesome.
But yeah,
That's real cool.
I would love to do that if I ever came across like somebody like that I knew that there was some sort of iconic drink or whatever, or some drink that was associated with them. I totally would.
Yeah, that's smart.
But that's all I got on there.
Okay, so that's News with Tim.
That's News with Tim.
Fantastic.
Outro,
Awesome.
please. No outro?
No, I haven't made that yet.
You suck.
I know.
Man, you're the worst.
I know,
So
I'm the worst.
get them
Now
on your
to-
hotkeys.
Yeah, what the hell?
you've got so many keys.
I've got hotkeys over here. I've got hotkeys up here.
I've
You
got,
got
like,
hotkeys
I've got
over here.
10 keys. You've got like 100 keys.
Oh,
You-
10 key? Like,
Right.
Okay.
And
And that was News with Tim. Take it away, Chad.
thanks, Tim. Wow.
Sounds so
that was
disappointed.
awful. You're making us look like
Just sounded-
idiots.
Sounded so defeated.
I know. Thank you.
All right, so now on to our main topic, which is you, sir, the Ben Ryan.
The Ben Ryan.
So on our show, every time we have a guest, we do a little something called the Funky Five, where we do 5 quick-fire questions, generally related about local, but if you can't think of something local, then you can think of whatever you want, right?
Okay.
But just 5 quick questions, the first thing that comes to your head. Sound good?
All right.
All right, so question number 1, what is your favorite Fort Worth restaurant?
Ooh, that's tough. I've been going out there lately,
Yeah.
like experimenting like a lot of restaurants around. That's tough. I'd probably have to say Connie Rosa. I mean, I went there last night. I know it's not Fort Worth based,
Right.
It's DFW.
but it's good. Close second would have been King Tut.
okay.
went there a couple
King
weeks
Tut
ago.
is great.
King
Yeah.
Tuck is good.
Yeah, very good.
Did you say King Tuck?
King Tuck.
Yes.
I think
might
I
have
can
said
help
Tuck.
with this whole King Tuck situation.
I'd probably say Tuck.
Hello there, Ms. Lady.
He gets all the references. I love this. All right.
I'm a nerd.
Favorite drinking spot?
It's a toss-up. In Fort Worth, I'd say Magnolia Motor Lounge. North Richland Hills, because it's a mile from my place. The diviest of dive bars. You can still smoke inside, and it's weird. Sparks.
Sparks. All right.
Sparks Sports Bar.
I love bars like that.
Like just
Yeah,
complete
they
dives,
got darts, they got pool, they got shuffleboard, and they've got the weirdest collection of people out there.
Very cool.
Yeah.
It sounds like Yups,
Yeah, it does.
except you can't smoke there.
Not anymore.
I want to check that place out. I heard y'all talking about
Oh,
it.
dude,
It's so much fun.
It's a good time. The karaoke, yeah.
It's an old Pizza Hut, and you can tell. Like,
This is an old Ryan's or Tippins. I don't know which
Oh
one.
shit!
So like, okay, so Sparks, you pull up, and even though it's only a mile, I'll still Uber because more than
Smart.
two drinks, I'm not driving.
Yeah.
right.
Up front, you got Dickies. It's one building. Dickies in the front, Spark Sports Bar in the back. So they're smoking meats up there, smoking cigarettes in the back.
Sorry.
Very cool. Very cool.
Rookie.
I apologize.
I know the
had
guy
to-
that always
I
complains
had it
like,
on the
"Get
table,
your phone
on
off the
vibrate,
table, vibrating."
These
over
do
here.
much better about isolating.
They
though,
do.
so-
I didn't
couldn't
hear it.
I
I
just
felt it. I felt it
I bet you did.
In your pants.
in my
All right.
pants.
Question
Dance party.
number 3: favorite local musician.
You're gonna get me in trouble.
I didn't think about that.
You're gonna get me in a lot of trouble. Oh man.
And you can't pick two. You got to pick one.
Get ready to get canceled.
Yeah, well, I did put that out there. It's like, we'll see if we'll get canceled. Favorite local musician. All right, I'm going to throw it out there. Ryan Tharp,
Okay.
because he's a very broad spectrum.
Okay. Very cool.
Also a producer.
I have not heard Ryan Tharp's music. Have y'all?
Nope. Sure.
He is hard driving guitar, southern rock style. He went on tour with Jason Aldean as his guitarist.
Oh, wow.
He's produced a lot of local musicians' albums. Yeah, he's fantastic. Check him
Okay.
out. He just dropped a new album too.
All right. We'll definitely check that out. Favorite podcast that you listen to regularly if you listen to podcasts?
The Funky Panther.
You don't have to.
Okay, hands down, my favorite podcast that I wait every week, and sometimes I'll stay up late to listen to it early. Nate Land.
That one's it's so good. Mm-hmm. I love that guy's humor.
Yeah,
Did you see him when he was here in Fort Worth?
I didn't.
Oh,
I-
Brigazzi?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Brigazzi. Him and his entire crew were at Coyote Drive-In, and holy shit, that guy's hilarious. Man, he's funny.
Yeah, I wanted to go to that, but I couldn't make it. But I listen to Nate Land regularly, and then the Boogie Monster. But Kyle Kinane's co-host is a little annoying.
I have not heard that one.
It's Kyle Kinane and a guy named Dave Stone.
Okay.
But it's worth checking out. It's weird, but Nate Land, yeah. And I was surprised. I didn't realize he was a clean comic until like halfway through his podcasts.
Oh.
If you notice, they never curse,
Yeah, I
and
never
they don't talk
realized
about
that.
sex, drugs, rock and roll,
No, just alligators and coffees and milk and stuff. I
and
think.
calendars and clocks and the year 2000.
Yeah, 2000. Favorite movie that when it comes on TV, right? Just a regular TV movie that you're like, okay, well, shit, I got to watch this from start to end now.
Jurassic Park.
Okay, that's a good one. That didn't come up yet.
Yeah.
That's a really good one.
Jurassic Park, Big Lebowski, Back to the Future. And I know you only said one, but
It's a-
Which Back to the Future?
You're a
though?
cheater.
The original or
the OG, yeah.
okay. Tim,
Very cool.
Tim's a,
Okay, I love the third one because I like.
I mean, I love all of them.
I like
yeah,
all
they're-
of them
They're
too.
all good. They're all
But
good.
I love the third one because it's a western and it's sci-fi and all that stuff, and I
That's-
love westerns.
It's actually my least favorite one.
It's most people's least favorite
Yeah.
one, so I'm the only one.
the whole get up. I mean, I've got that costume at home, but I mean, come on, what's he doing?
What is you doing? All right.
Marty, it's your kids, Marty. You gotta fuck your kids.
No, I never said that. He never said that.
I saw a College Humor thing where Marty, it was like he fucked his mom, and then he's like, "You got to go back in time. And you gotta stop yourself from doing it, Marty." You had a threesome with yourself, Marty.
I don't remember seeing that.
It's a College Humor. It's a college.
That never happened.
That's so great.
I love saying it though. Whenever
What are you searching on Pornhub? Good
No,
lord.
you don't even want to know.
You just learned. Like that came straight from that wasn't College
Marty
Humor. He's a
gonna fly
liar.
threesome with himself.
You had a threesome with yourself and your mom, Marty.
Oh, good lord.
I love saying it's your kids, Marty. You gotta fuck your kids. I just love saying that. I don't know.
Well, please stop.
Jesus is like, stop fucking saying that. You gotta stop saying that.
Oh lord.
It's so bad. It's so bad.
It's a good
All right.
movie though. Back to the Future really inspired a lot of shit. Like, well, I mean the genre, the entire series did. You know, like
Yeah.
self-lacing shoes and flying cars, and
I want my damn hoverboard.
I want my damn hoverboard.
I think we're due, right? Like we're well
We're
overdue.
long due.
And
Yeah.
not
We're
one of
past
those.
the date they went in the movie.
Yes.
Not one of those
5
stupid ones
years,
that's
right?
got the wheels that they call
2015, wasn't
hoverboards.
it?
2015.
Yeah.
I think, yeah.
But there's like jetpacks and shit now. So I mean, I feel like we're getting close.
Those aren't
Sure
real
about that
jetpacks.
guy that's been flying around L.A. in the
Yeah.
jetpack?
Yes.
Insane. I want that jetpack.
Right?
Rocket
They're
Man.
real jetpacks. What are you talking about? Not real jetpacks.
They're the ones that you put on your arms, and well, I guess
Yeah, that's how you like. That's your
Yeah.
control. Like where else?
I'm thinking
You just
Rocketeer. Like
Oh, yeah, Rocketeer, not Rocket Man. That's
Yeah, that
Elton
would
John.
work.
Rocket Man.
Wrong flying man.
Right. All right. Well, you nailed it. That was the Funky Five, and you went through those like butter. Real nice.
I like butter.
Yay.
Made
All
my
right.
own. Not
So-
own butter. Yo, anyways. I roasted bone marrow the other day and made my own garlic butter for the bone marrow.
Did you do that? Like,
Smoked it.
Yeah, I saw
Smoked
that.
it,
Yeah,
Yes,
I
I
that.
saw that. With cream cheese?
Holy shit.
Oh, I did the cream cheese and I did the roasted marrow. I'll be honest with you. Everybody's been raving about this roasted bone marrow, and it's
It's good on butter.
you,
or good on bread, butter. It's good on bread.
Bread, yeah.
Oh, and I found out, I felt like an idiot, that bruschetta bread,
Yeah.
it's just a French
It's just
loaf.
yeah.
I
that's
didn't
it.
know that. I was walking around Kroger and Tom Thumb like, I'm looking for this kind of bread. They're like, that's just a baguette. I'm like,
No.
oh.
It says here that it's bruschetta, so I need
Yeah,
that.
the internet says it's got to be
That's what I need, and I need it now.
It's my
money.
It's my money.
And
it's
I
my,
need it
it's
now.
my
Yeah, this
bruschetta,
epi- this-
and I need it now.
This episode is sponsored by JG Whitworth.
You can't-
877 Cash Now.
I realize how much you say
877
that.
cash
You gotta
now.
stop. Eventually, we're gonna get like this cease and assist because you're saying
Or-
that we're
or-
sponsored by so many
Manscaped?
people.
Or
I
they're
wish.
gonna give us a sponsorship. It's gonna be one or the other.
They're not because they're like, oh, they're already doing it for free, so fuck these guys.
Today's episode sponsored by
Right?
Cease and Desist. Cease and Desist. For whenever you want to stop doing things, cease and desist.
There you go. Nailed it. All right, so for the people that might not know Ben Ryan, tell us a little about yourself.
In real life, I'm kind of a short guy. Talk on the radio and I sling suds.
Radio ads like at least like 6 inches. I hear.
Yeah.
That's what she said. Hey-o. No, I've been doing radio for like 14 years.
Oh, nice.
Started at the ranch in Fort Worth, went out to San Angelo, was out there for about 3 years, went on the road with a band as a tour manager and merch
cool.
guy for about, 6-7 months.
Did you enjoy that?
It was fun, but there's something about sleeping in your own bed because when you're on a bus, it's like a coffin. Like you're like, and you get a fan in there and you got a light and there's not much privacy, just a
Right.
curtain. And there's no shitting on the bus.
Oh, no.
So anytime anyone's got to go, you're like, you've got to tell everyone to just, sorry, we've got to stop. We're pulling over. We're doing a thing.
Wait for Quick Trip
Oh,
or
crap.
Buc-ee's.
Yeah, well, obviously.
Buc-ee's have the cleanest
You're
bathroom.
going to
yeah,
go to a clean
absolutely.
bathroom. You're not going to go to a shell. Come on, what are you, crazy?
Actually, the Love's truck stops have really nice bathrooms too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
They have
yeah,
the
yeah,
showers,
you're
too,
right.
right? Yeah.
So like truck stops, QTs, and Buc-ee's.
I've seen those kinds of porns. What?
This is how a porn starts.
Wait a minute.
Very cool. So we joked on the last episode that you're going to walk in here and just give us a hard time because of how shitty our
throw
little
a
setup
burrito.
is.
I was
bad is
listening to that while I was texting you.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't have any burritos, so
I mean, I told you earlier, I like your setup. I mean,
You heard it first, everybody. We've got a professional that thinks we're okay.
professional.
was that J.G. Wentworth prefers Pam Beasley Halpert over Kathy. I fucking hate Kathy.
Does that say radio? Oh, wait.
Rad
Red
Cocoa.
cocoa. Yeah.
Oh, what's okay? JG went for. Oh, I was trolling some people yesterday with a office meme.
Ben Ryan sleeps with no top sheet.
Oh, how many cops are QT? Okay,
You're getting razzed on the Twitch.
I don't even know who that is. Coco.
That's the beauty of Twitch because
Cocoa
we have
butter?
no idea who the people are.
Good
Yeah.
lord.
They know you apparently. So
Well, I mean, who doesn't?
That's a good question, though. Would
Wow,
you-
that was arrogant.
yeah, it was.
I'm just messing
I'm
around.
on the radio.
Hey, 2020 Honor Personality of the Year.
Heyo.
I'm kind of a big
Hey.
deal.
It was. It was a. I really did win that, but it's kind of a joke. Like, you have to be a member of this organization, and then like people vote on you, and then on the back end, like I'm pretty sure it's rigged. Pretty sure it's rigged.
I think that's what happened with us too.
Yeah,
It was all
100%.
rigged.
Fort Worth Weekly,
Yeah.
right?
Fort Worth magazine. Yeah.
Magazine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Weekly's
Yeah.
coming out soon. Hopefully, maybe
We're
we'll
pushing
see.
for weekly, but
Yeah.
I don't know if we're gonna get weekly.
yeah, probably not.
No.
I think it's been the same for like
10
years.
Jerry Jonestown.
Jerry Jonestown Massacre. Yeah.
You don't understand is how, because we do it's very different than what you do, right? Like you curate playlists and you put music and you talk about things. We are very quick, 1.5 hour, get it and go. But we seem to still fall in the radio personality. There's no like podcast. I feel like there should be 2 categories. I really do.
iHeart does a podcast award show or something like that. As far as curating playlist, I don't do that. Our program director, they do all that stuff.
Yeah.
So I've got a preset playlist, and I can make 1 to 2 adjustments per hour.
I told you I used to want to do radio. Like that's what I was like. I would love to go into radio. I wanted to play music and all that stuff. And then I found out.
Yeah.
I found out that it's not the on-air personality doesn't get to do that. So you got to be a program director, and then you got to. It all comes down with marketing and like the market that you're in and all that stuff and what's really hot and all that. So I was like, yeah, I don't want to do any of that.
So we have a little more freedom at the ranch because we are a independent station.
Right.
But you go across town over to Dallas, like iHeart, those stations, you hear a listener request, like the phone call. They do what we call banking phone calls.
Oh, yeah.
And so when the song's coming up, they're like, oh, I've got a phone call for that, Kiki, Do You Love Me song.
Yeah.
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 So they just keep with what they want. They just pull the caller that asked for it.
Yeah, it could have been a month ago. It could have been 2 days ago.
Yeah.
Secrets of the radio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
It'd be a whole segment. Secrets of the radio with Ben Ryan.
Yeah, just keep giving me whiskey. I'll tell you everything.
So on Twitch, maybe this will help. I'm sitting next to a mediocre vegetable that is huge with the vegans and fit fam folk. Does that still not help?
I did an unboxing for FabFitFun unboxing video.
Oh, Tammy
yeah,
does.
yeah.
Tammy does
Do you know
that.
what that is?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah.
a subscription box.
So my friend out in California, Vanessa, she actually used to do the marketing for FabFitFun, and she was like, "We're trying to break that Texas market." And it was around Mother's Day, and they wanted somebody who was of local, whatever status to do an unboxing and try to convince people to buy the subscription for their wives, girlfriends, mothers for Mother's Day.
Yeah.
So my friend Kel Moreland, it's not his real name, by the way, but Kale. Yeah.
Okay.
Everybody's
Kale.
favorite. Yeah. We did an unboxing together. We had to do like 8 takes because he kept saying things that would, it's California. There's certain things you got to be careful of saying. But yeah, so I have a feeling that might be Coco Courtney.
Okay.
Yes. She knows Robin.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, very
Did she
cool.
just move out there? Or?
What is Long Island?
Long John.
Long
That's
John. How was
Slong
that?
John.
How's that?
Okay.
That's our buddy John John.
Hey,
I need new
congrats on
glasses.
getting engaged, by the way.
Yeah, congrats.
on getting engaged,
My
bud.
dude.
The
Fantastic.
Oktoberfest is
Another one
great.
bites the dust.
Yeah, it's really delicious.
I already
much
finished
things
mine.
from,
Super smooth. Like it's exactly what you want around this time, where it's still kind of hot, but you just want like a good smooth Oktoberfest beer because some of them just hit a little different, right?
Yeah.
They're too caramely
Yeah.
or something, but it's real nice.
If you mix it with Celebrate, the birthday cake, see, I'm all about the
Don't
mixing.
tempt me with a good time.
Hey, so what's Panther Island doing for Oktoberfest other than like, with the beer?
Well, I do have a flyer here.
Heyo.
I came a little prepared. I was like, hey, guys, I need something to talk about with Panther Island. Shout out to Johnny D. Michael, one of the owners, and Ryan McWhorter's sister. She sent me this. We got an 80s trivia night next week. We've got not goat, but yoga. We used to have goat yoga.
Oh yeah, y'all did. Yeah,
That's right.
Let's see. Today, live tunes. Marcus McDaniel, food truck, Smoking Cactus. Friday, the 24th, Smoking Cactus, food truck. Pretty good. Have you ever had Magdalene's? I think that's how you say it.
Magdalena's,
I think so.
the Supper Club people.
Maybe.
Probably not.
I don't know.
You have to like book it in
Wait,
advance, and it's like this weird.
So it's the chef from that.
Oh,
He has a
maybe
food
it is
truck.
then.
Yeah,
yeah.
Smoking Cactus.
He was was that the guy over there that was at Rabbit Hole because he was wearing a Magdalena's shirt.
No,
I don't know if
the
you
other
guys
night.
maybe-
No.
Yeah.
That was just a
Just a dude.
that
Okay.
dude might work.
Smoking Cactus.
Interesting.
Smoking Cactus. It's pretty good. He I don't know if I'm supposed to say this. I don't know how legal it is. But he had venison and elk
That's
meat.
legal.
I don't think he bought it.
I think you can do whatever you want, as long
Yeah, that's fine.
As
as
don't
you
get
do whatever
caught.
you want.
I have
exactly.
I have a permit. And so this,
I can do what I want.
Yeah, I don't know exactly how that works.
So we have the Rocky Horror Picture Show movie night on Halloween.
ooh,
That'll be
nice.
fun.
That would be fun.
Saw it for my first time last year, bartending that.
I've
Yeah.
still never watched
I've
it
never
all the way
seen it.
through.
Oh man, and you gotta dress up and you gotta sing and
And you gotta
dance.
dance.
and
That's
all
a
that
good thing
stuff.
to do for Halloween.
But let's be real, that movie is a little rapey.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
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 Like I watched it and I was like, what the hell?
It didn't age well.
No.
It's funny
but-
how cult classics and even like some old songs, you actually listen or pay attention to them, and you're like, oh shit, that's not okay. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, we do have an Alzheimer's fundraiser. That's
Oh,
going
cool.
on Saturday, the 26th of October. Let's see what else. Halloween lardy. We call parties lardies. Friday,
Jojo says
October
Lardion.
15th,
Okay.
we have Chattahoochee playing.
Chattahoochee.
Which
Isn't
is
that Ryan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They wear brush poppers and everything. I mean, it's going to get country and western, both types.
Very cool.
So a lot
So
of
a
cool
lot of stuff
out
going
there.
on at Panther Island Brewing.
Yeah.
You gotta check it out. I really do want to check out the Rocky Horror Picture Show. That'd be a good time. Last time we went, we saw the drag show.
Yeah.
That was so much fun. It was
I
hilarious.
bartended that last weekend.
Oh really?
First time seeing a drag show,
Yeah.
and it was insane. Oh, the craziest thing is my blind friend came, and he was at the bar, and one of the queens walked by and was just like looking at him and didn't realize he was blind,
Yeah.
and was like, are you gonna tip me or not? And they just walked by, and I was like, no, he's blind. He's blind. He didn't drive either. He works for the IRS. How's that make you feel? Love you, Cody.
So many things are making sense now.
That's why I got audited 5 times last year.
Yeah, no shit. That's hilarious. So coming from radio, which one of the three of us do you think has a better radio? No, you know what? Let me take that back. Tim's definitely got the better radio voice, I think.
Yeah.
So how would you place the three of our voices? If you had to put us on air, what would we be doing based on our voices? I know that's a real weird question.
Promotions, handing out T-shirts.
Individually.
I'm kidding.
Individually.
You'd be talking.
Cleaning toilets.
That's what you do on the radio.
No, I think y'all actually the three y'all have a really good dynamic and chemistry. So y'all work well together. Y'all could do a talk show. As far as how your voice sounds,
Complete shit.
have you heard the Church of Laszlo
No.
on 103.7? They're the afternoon show. Guy sounds like he's eating something the whole time he's talking. I mean,
Yeah.
they're nationally syndicated. He has no clue who I am, so I can say it. But it's, if certain people I've heard on the radio can talk
Yeah.
like myself, anybody can do it. I mean,
I don't know. You got a great voice.
You do.
You got a great voice for it.
Well,
And they usually say you have a face for radio, but you have a face for TV, and
well, my mom said I was handsome enough to do TV.
you're one handsome son bitch.
Well, thank you.
He just didn't want to. He didn't want to, show up anybody else. So
Yeah.
he stuck with radio.
Hold
No,
me
I-
closer, Tony Danza.
That's how I always sing it. Oh, no, I really think that y'all could actually have a talk show, probably not on terrestrial radio
No,
because
no,
y'all would
definitely
get
not.
FCC letters all the time.
Oh, Javier. I mean, mostly Javier.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
Yeah, and we would be using the dump button way too much, where there wouldn't be any show.
But you
Fun
catch
fact,
we're perfect.
we don't have a dump or delay.
You don't?
Really?
Okay.
Yes. So I actually one night I was doing the weather, and I actually called my boss. I was like, "Hey, this went out over the air." I was trying to say, hang on, let me think about it. Patchy fog. I got the F and the P mixed. And somebody called, they're like, "Did you really just say that?" And I go, "What are you talking about?" They're like, "You said this." And I was like, "No, I didn't." And so I went and I pulled I went and pulled an air check, and I go, "Oh shit."
I did say that, in fact.
I called my PD. I was like, "Hey, this is what went out over there." He's like, "Anybody call and complain?" I said, "Nobody called and complained. They just told me what I said." And I was like, and he goes, "All right, cool, whatever."
So I have to actually be at
That'd
my
be
job. Before we became encrypted, the FCC still governs all of our radios and stuff too, and you have to be careful what you say on the over the radio as well, and it's recorded and all that stuff. It didn't come back and bite you in the ass. There was a local dispatcher that came off. He was dispatching a smell of gas in the area, and he dispatches a smell of gash.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought you guys would be like, he said, smells like shit.
No, but you go out in the country though. You go out in the middle of nowhere, and you'll get these guys out there and be like, "Yeah, fucking lightning struck the oil tower over here or whatever." And you're just like, I guess they don't care about what you say over here, but like in the city, it's a big no.
One of my very good friends is he started as just a firefighter paramedic, and actually we used to live together, but now he's a battalion chief, and so like
he's fancy guy.
Yeah, he's real fancy. But he was telling me a couple of things. He's like, man, I can't go any higher because you got to be so PC. Like you got to be careful what you say, and like I want to tell my guys, X, Y, Z, and I can't talk to him like that anymore. So he's not going to move up anymore. He said, I'm done moving.
It's funny how that works. Like you find this level, and you're like, I'm going to keep going, right? And then you finally hit this level, and you're like, you know what? I'm good, just because this would be so much more work. Like having to like change the way I talk and the things that I say.
Anything you post, you can't, just like with work.
These days, anything you post
Oh yeah.
will get you canceled.
Yep.
I mean, good Lord.
Yeah.
I mean, gone are the days of Norm Macdonald. I mean, his hilarity was
R.I.P.
just, I've been, like, even before he passed, like, I'd watch hours. Like, I'd be in the shower and I'd put, like, best of Norm Macdonald and watch all of his stuff. I think I saw a video today of, like, 35 minutes of Norm bashing OJ.
I watched one. Yeah, I watched. It was 35 minutes of like why Norm is not allowed to do the weekend updates.
Yeah, that's the one I saw.
And it was
That's
just
the
like
one I
him
saw.
bashing OJ the whole time.
I mean, even if you told the doghouse joke, you'd still get canceled.
Yeah.
And I was actually just listening to that the other day.
That's funny.
It really womps.
So do you want to jump into this little game thing and see if we can
right into it.
let's see if we can
Timothy.
answer these.
Let's
okay.
jump inside.
Now that Javier's trying to get me drunk.
All right.
Yep.
So
Right.
off air, we came up with names for what your safe words that you wanted to call in as.
Yeah.
So Chad, yours was
Putin.
Ben,
Recyclops.
Recyclops, and Javier.
Dongle.
Dongle. Okay. So
Emphasis on the dong.
Dangle.
the way the game's gonna work is I've
Got
got for round one it's 10 intros to country, and I think it's something that everybody should be able to pick up on and know. If you know the song name, we're gonna give you half a point. If you know the song and the artist name, it's a whole point. Or if you just get the artist, it's a half a point. So
Now, when you say country, what are you talking about? Like modern day Nashville country?
I'm gonna
old
put this.
school
I'm gonna put
stuff?
this around like probably closer to like the '90s, and then
Awesome.
maybe some one or two older like outlaw.
Okay.
All right. So let's just start with. Let me cue this up. Make
So
sure
you
my
got to
voice.
say your safe word?
You got to say your safe word. Whoever
Okay.
says it first gets the answer.
Got it.
And then it can go on to the next person.
All right.
All right. So here's the first one.
Dongle.
I forgot to say safe word.
All right, Javier.
It's Neon Moon.
That is correct. Do you want to just go for half a point or?
Oh, is it George Strait? Or,
That is incorrect, man.
or
You're done with that one. So
Damn it.
anybody want to?
Garth Brooks?
No.
What?
Recyclops. Brooks and Dunn.
All right. So Javier gets a half
Nailed it.
holy
point.
shit. I think I got some. They're going to be in town tonight, this weekend, or something like that, or soon. Brooks and did you
Brooks
say-
and Dunn or
did you say
Dunn and
Brooks
Brooks?
Dun and Brooks.
Dunn and Brooks is actually a local Brooks and Dunn cover band.
That
Or,
is
excuse
pretty
me, tribute band.
Tribute. You can't say cover. That's what Jesus
They
taught
make a
me.
lot of money.
They do.
All right. So
Brooks and Dunn. That was Brooks and Dunn.
Brooks and Dunn. Brooks and Dunn. A lot. As soon as you said it, he just like.
He like scoffed at me.
I'm sorry. You
don't know.
You got whiskey in
Sorry.
there. It's early. What time is it? And I got
Too
yeah.
damn early.
All right. Okay.
Whiskey in me.
Next one.
Putin. Thunder Rolls, Garth Brooks.
That is correct.
Full point.
That is correct.
Damn it.
Down
I'm trying to
the
work this
It's
with my
Billy
phone.
Madison,
Okay.
by the way.
All right.
Billy Madison.
Let's do.
Yeah, what are we doing, Tim? I don't.
Now, mind you, this is done by somebody else just playing.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's not gonna be the original.
Recyclops?
Okay, go for it.
Wait, maybe not. Okay. Write this down. King George?
That is correct.
That is correct.
That is correct. Take shirt off. Help me study. Recyclops. The Dance, Garth Brooks.
That is correct.
Man.
I don't know any of these songs.
Yeah.
I only knew the.
I met him.
Did you?
Did you?
Garth Brooks?
And Trisha.
Is he really nice?
Oh man, really? You met Trisha?
Jesse was
Oh,
freaked
yeah.
out.
Okay, so yeah, my girlfriend loves Trisha.
So-
like, wants to meet Trisha so bad.
She was a sweetheart. She gave me an oven mitt.
Oh, that's adorable.
And Garth walks in and goes, "Hi, I'm Mr. Yearwood," and sits down, takes off his shoe, and starts scratching his foot.
I love it.
I kid you
I
not.
love
And then
it.
we talked about college football.
That's awesome.
Dude, that's awesome.
Didn't you say that Jesse? That's what Jesse said. He calls himself.
No. He always he always calls Trisha Mrs. Yearwood. Like that's how he introduces her, and that's what he whenever he's talking about her, he said Mrs. Yearwood. So
That's awesome.
that's so
That's
fun.
so cool.
Just sits down and scratches.
Scratches.
His foot, huh?
his
Yeah.
things.
Shoe off, just starts scratching. I'm like, I got you need some cream.
He just he smells it.
Recyclops,
Okay.
Merle Haggard,
Yeah,
Mama Tried.
that is correct.
This game's fucking rigged. I don't even.
It's Throwback Thursday on the ranch. Recyclops. Now, do you want the original or do you want whose version that is?
Man, if you want to give me
4 extra points.
if you wanna
Tennessee
give
whiskey.
both, okay, yeah,
So the original writer is Dean Dillon.
okay.
The first person that recorded it was David Allen Coe. That's Chris Stapleton.
Wow.
Dude, he just cleaned up with a bunch of points there.
This isn't even fun. I don't know.
I
Fun
have
facts.
half a point.
Dean Dillon's picture is on the wall at Magnolia Motor Lounge.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. And I got to meet him one night. Only thing he said to me was, "Can I borrow your knife? I don't like wristbands." I was like, "Yeah,
Yes, sir. Here you go.
that's it."
Nice.
Oh, Recyclops.
Okay.
He's just jamming.
It's like I forgot we're playing a game.
Dwight Yoakam. All right.
Yeah.
Crazy Little Thing Called Love.
No, you get half points. Anybody want to try to
Dang it.
steal that? So you can think of a if you can think of a Dwight Yoakam song, you got
I don't know
chances.
any Dwight Yoakam.
Liquid Death.
Nope, that's wrong, and you don't have one. It was Guitars and Cadillacs.
That's it. Okay. Not a huge Dwight fan, to be honest with you.
He's an actor,
How
right?
dare
He's
you.
also an actor.
How?
Yeah, he was
how,
in
how
Safe Room.
dare you.
Safe Room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
he
yeah.
was.
Was
He
he?
was also in Sling Blade.
No.
Mushroom
Yeah,
biscuit.
wasn't
Chum.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he was. Yeah, he plays Safe Room. He plays a really creepy dude. He's in also
Yes.
12 Heads in a Duffel Bag, I think, or something like that.
Oh, the one Joe Pesci.
Yeah.
So these are pretty old movies.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Remember
yeah.
Joe
Wow.
Pesci had an album when he was a kid?
I think
Was
I
it Joe
remember
Pesci?
hearing.
Yeah, Little Joe Sure Can't Sing, I think.
I think that was.
Or
We're gonna have to look that
He was
up.
older. He was older when he had an album, I think.
well, you know, Will Shatner just put out an album
But he's had.
He does a lot of
Just-
with
spoken
Brad
word, yeah.
Paisley
With
and
what?
one of the Jonas Brothers.
What?
No
That's
way.
weird.
Dude's like 105 years old.
He's an old motherfucker.
Yeah.
He's like 85, right?
90.
90 years
I
old.
believe he's 90 years
Yeah.
old.
That
Yeah.
motherfucker ages like.
Yeah, we just finished watching Big Bang Theory, and William Shatner was on there, and Jesse got on there. Was like, "How old is he?" She's like, "He's 90 years old."
Yeah, he's
After this game, JoJo's requesting another dirty joke of the day.
oh, okay. I can do that.
All right,
Recyclops,
okay,
Johnny Cash,
Yeah,
yep,
Folsom Prison Blues.
that is correct.
I did know that one. I forgot. I've missed out on so many of these. I forgot what my safe word was.
What's your safe word?
It's Putin.
Okay,
I know now.
Recyclops.
Oh, it didn't even get started yet.
That's Alan Jackson.
yeah.
Damn it.
Oh,
Oh man, I had Chattahoochee in my head. I know
that's
it's not
actually it.
that. Oh, it is.
Yes.
Okay, I thought it started out a little different.
Hang on.
I think maybe my PD cut part of the intro off. There it is. Yeah.
God damn it, man! I mean, you listen to this all day. I mean,
Okay, calm down.
Well, we don't actually normally play that kind of music.
Yeah.
No?
No.
No, we play more, Texas country, Red Dirt,
Yeah.
Americana.
It's a quote. The dongle.
Cyclops. Oh.
Okay, dongle.
Fuck! I just requested Garth Brooks.
Yeah.
I got friends in low places.
Okay, I'll give
Got
you
it.
that.
Because
Yeah.
I requested this in Tennessee for that guy to play, and he's like, "That's right, brother. This is it." This
You
is the
watching
one."
Hulk Hogan?
And Javier's like, this is the one song I know.
Let me tally this up
Nailed
real
it.
quick. So Javier's got a total of 1.5.
points.
You're gonna
Chad's
beat
got
me?
1 point.
Yes.
And Ben's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and in 2 halves that makes 9.
Oh, okay.
God damn it! You said that there'd be other songs.
There are going to be other songs. So that was round 1. So Ben won that round.
Okay, all right.
And now we go into what I consider the alternative
Okay,
rock.
here we go.
I'm gonna win this one.
Redemption,
Okay.
motherfuckers.
You should. Yeah, I think most people. I mean, if you listen to this stuff from like, I would say this probably like late '90s, early 2000s.
Lick my toes, everyone.
Okay, just play the damn music, fool.
Play the fucking track.
Turn my headphones up.
Okay.
That is Corn.
Okay.
Freak on a Leash.
Nope.
All day,
Anyone?
all day I dream about sex.
Nope.
Nah.
Do we need to play it one more time for you?
Play it. I didn't really listen to a lot of Corn growing up. I don't know.
That's Corn Blind.
Okay.
Okay, so Chad, that's a half point for you.
Okay, now I'm tied with Javier.
All right, so next one here.
Dongle.
Okay.
Fat Lip. Sum 41.
That is
Ooh,
correct.
That was quick.
Yeah.
That was very nice.
I love, like, I have a playlist full of, like, 90s alternative music.
I do too.
It's fucking phenomenal.
That's what I listen to when I ride my bike.
I like that. It's, like, really fast-paced, like, pumps you up music. in
You've
my
gotten
opinion.
really into cycling.
Yes.
Right?
Mhm.
That's awesome.
Dropped
Yeah,
60
man.
pounds.
I
doing that.
loved looking. Your
Congratulations, man.
transformations have been fucking amazing.
Thank you.
Congrats.
A lot of work. And Recyclops.
Okay.
Blink 182.
Just cut him off completely.
What an asshole,
Screw
Tim.
your weight loss. Let's get back to the game, asshole.
Blink 182.
Yeah.
Small things.
All the small things, I'll give it to
all
you.
the small
Yeah.
things.
I'll give it to you. What
asshole.
a dick.
So anyways, you want to go on about your
No,
your-
not
We
anymore.
talked
You're
about
gonna
this.
Go into another song.
So how are you doing today?
All right.
Dongle. Semisonic closing time.
That is correct.
Whee!
Is it cheesy that I play that whenever I close the brewery and it gets down to 10 o'clock and I'll just be like,
No.
Everybody does it, man.
You're just like Andy whenever he plays that. He's like, you don't gotta go
I
home,
know
but you gotta
who
go.
I want to take me home.
Do you do the dance?
Yeah,
Nice.
with a bar towel.
Very nice.
Yeah, it gets dirty.
Just keeps getting better.
Oh, Dongle.
Ooh, that was a tie off right there.
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Go
You're
ahead.
Losing. You're losing. You're losing. Go. Bitch.
You got 5 seconds.
I forgot.
Javier,
Wonderwall Oasis.
that is correct.
What a fool.
You really messed me up there, bud. I knew it.
What a loser.
I hate this game.
Recyclops. No.
I think he got it.
Tenacious D.
Okay.
Good job.
Wonder Boy.
No,
No?
you got half of it. You want
Oh,
to
shit.
steal?
It's the other one.
Tribute.
That is correct.
That's the one.
That comes up on my playlist. Like
Yeah.
all Tenacious D comes up on that playlist.
It's
That's
because we
weird.
talked about it.
Tenacious D's great.
Yeah, talk about anything pops up on your phone.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Dude, no shit. Hold on. You got to stop because this shit was crazy.
Okay.
So
Okay,
on this
okay,
last
okay.
episode, Tim was talking about how like
Vaginas,
blow
right?
drying
your balls.
nether regions. And so Tab, my wife, was watching us on Twitch at home, right? She's just like walking around the house doing chores and stuff like that and watching us on Twitch. Then she sits down and pulls open Facebook, and one of the first ads was this picture of a blow dryer specifically meant for like your nether regions, and it had like this nozzle and stuff on it. She's like, someone's listening to us, like someone, like I don't know if it's like Alexa or what, but she's like, this has never popped up, and y'all just got done talking about this on the podcast. That shit's crazy. I don't know how. Is that
I don't
not
know.
weird?
It's the government, man.
What brand was it?
Where do you purchase?
Amazon.
All
Yeah,
right.
very weird.
Oh, Recyclops.
Okay.
Terrible band. Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Okay. Okay.
I do not like them. But in my defense, my roommate plays that band nonstop, and I'm just like,
Do you happen to know the name of the song?
oh, dang it. It's not Californication.
It is
It's,
not,
Yep. Don't know the name.
Go for it.
Under the Bridge?
That is correct.
I don't ever wanna feel.
Not a big. So you're not. It's just because it's been played too much, or you just didn't get into
I
it.
think they're great musicians, but I think all their music sounds the same.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
I
true.
agree.
Like the composition and like instrumentation is great, but I don't like their.
You know, JoJo's been saying that about all the singer-songwriters of Fort Worth. They all sound the same.
Yeah, he did say that.
Yeah, he did say that.
It's kind of rude, JoJo. Recyclops. Race Against the Machine.
Okay.
Machine. Killing in the Name of?
That is correct.
Yeah.
All right, we got 2 more.
Okay.
Recyclops.
Okay.
Foo Fighters Pretender.
That is correct.
Damn it.
Man,
I
I
love
am
Foo Fighters.
Really
Me
bad at
too.
this
I wish we
game.
would have seen that. We were supposed to go to Bonnaroo, and I really
Yeah.
wanted to see. They put
Yeah.
on a great show.
They were the number one for me.
I've never seen them, but I want to see them.
Yeah.
Javier, you've seen him once?
I saw him once
Yeah.
in Oklahoma whenever he had his leg broken, and he had a throne, like the Game of Thrones throne, full of guitars. It was really fucking
That's
badass.
awesome.
And we're
Do you
so
see where
close.
they made fun of the people protesting?
Yes! The Westboro Baptist
I
Church
can't-
people.
what was
Oh.
his band,
They
though?
dressed up like country people, and
Yeah.
they were in the back of that truck, and they were like,
So he does. Well, they do. He's got a separate band that does like it's a tribute band, and they play him and his drummer, and sometimes it's his full band, but they'll go out and do like whatever. God, I can't remember what the band is, but they do just tributes of this one band. It's ridiculous.
What do you think about Queens of the Stone Age?
I'm not super familiar with them. I use one of their songs as a bet on the air. Like, they're all right.
They're like, it's supposed to be like a super band, right? I mean,
No,
no?
it's not. No, it was just
No.
had Dave Grohl playing drums in that
drums.
one song.
Yeah. He's not even on there
Yeah.
all the time.
No, he was only there for that
Yeah,
one album.
not a super band.
Song.
No,
Oh.
but like
You got shot down.
I know, right?
what is it?
you okay?
I'm not. Fuck you guys. Fuck you assholes. Sons of bitches.
Nope,
I
sorry.
walk in this afternoon, and the first thing Javier says is like, "Where are the beers?" No one asked me
You
to bring
immediately,
beers.
yeah, you immediately get berated.
Just
yeah.
straight
Well,
up.
because I was like, we need beers for Ben. Like, we need beers for Ben. And like, you always bring beer.
I like that.
Why do I always have
It
to?
sounds
bring
like
the beer?
it's not like Toys for Tots. We need beers for Ben.
Or like donuts with dad, or something like
Scott's
that.
Tots.
Scott's. No, we do not talk about Scott's there. That's the one thing we do not talk about. I haven't seen that episode.
Do you
since it
skip over
aired.
that one?
I skip over
It's
it.
too cringy
Okay.
for
It
you.
is way too cringy.
Yeah,
It's very
bad.
cringy. It's pretty
Oh
bad,
my God.
but
Oh,
you got to
man.
power through.
Before we get into the last
Sorry.
song, but before we get into it, can I just add? My favorite episode is whenever he wakes up to like he likes the smell of bacon. He has a burn in his foot on the George Foreman. That's because I too love to wake up to the smell of bacon.
And
so.
then whenever they had that thing, whose bachelor? Bob Vance's bachelor party. It was
Bob Vance, Refrigeration.
What was it, Bob? Bob. So what do you do for?
What line
the
of work are you in?
Well, whenever they make the steaks and he's using the George Foreman grill, and Ryan asks him, "Is that the grill you burned your foot on?"
All right, so for the final one, maybe
Okay.
Chad. You're not going to recover, but give it your best.
No, he's not.
Silence. Putin.
Okay.
Nirvana.
Yeah. You got that.
Come as you are.
Yeah, you got that. All right, so that concludes that. So the clear winner has been with Javier.
Obviously.
I don't think it's clear. I think that I did pretty good.
No, you
I put
didn't.
Up a, I
No,
put up
you
a fight
didn't.
for sure.
No.
So Ben came in with 13. Javier's got.
God, he had fucking 13. Jesus Christ.
It's a lucky number.
Javier's 4.5, and Chad is 1, 2, 3.5.
Very cool.
So
Huzzah.
I'll take it.
Huzzah.
That's
I'm
3 better
actually-
than I thought I would do.
I figured you would have had some of that '90s country stuff because I mean you do like Garth and you like George Strait.
My deal is I could probably sing like the lyrics for every single one of the songs that you played. Although I'm not good with like names of songs for sure, and roughly band names too. Like I'm just not good at that game. So I'm sorry. Sorry to let everyone down.
So if you want to hear some great music, remember we were talking about the bars?
Yes.
Spark
Yeah.
Sports Bar. They have karaoke night on Saturday nights. It's not really that good. But there is a guy that goes in there and he does Hit Me Baby One More Time in the key of death metal.
Nice.
That
So it's very
great.
interesting.
I'd love to hear that.
I've heard there was a guy that does one of those like it's like an Adam Sandler song that he does at Yups. I've heard him do it several times.
Is it the
and-
Hanukkah song?
Sloppy Joe.
No, it's talking about like beating your meat and
Yeah, I forgot what that one's called.
man, I can't even remember that one.
Beating your
Sounds like
Yeah.
his searches.
It does.
Yeah, back to Javier's stuff.
Mom porn. Oh, no,
Dustin Massey does a good Hit Me
he
Baby
does
One
do
More
it.
Time.
Yeah, he does, yeah.
He does really good.
Yeah.
Heard that. So you specifically went to school for broadcasting, correct?
I did.
Yeah.
And my school went bankrupt halfway through.
That's
true,
sad.
true story.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
Wow.
I got interviewed by, man, I forget his first name, but his last name is Colgate. He was a reporter on, I think, NBC5, maybe?
Yeah, the family of the toothpaste, right?
Yeah,
Toothpaste?
sure.
Yeah, toothpaste.
Conglomerate?
Yeah,
Of the
conglomerate.
Colgate Empire?
Yes.
Yeah. It was an awful interview. Like, he's like, so how did you feel whenever you found out they went bankrupt and they closed the doors? I was like, that's pretty hot.
What?
You should have
That's
played it
pretty
up. Be
hot.
like, what do you mean they closed the doors? Like, act like you had no idea.
Wait, what? No, it was actually pretty crazy whenever we found out because they split it up in two different, I guess, semesters, if you will.
Yeah.
So you start with radio, and the second part was television. So we took our radio final, which was doing like a mock morning show,
Okay.
and we all did pretty great. And then we went to this bar called Champs out in Las Colinas, and keep up the good work. Oh, thanks.
Who's Buttfucker 3000?
You just never know who's going to show up. Buttfucker 3000's entered the chat.
but they think that we've got a great podcast, so appreciate you.
I'm sorry, Buttfucker got me rid.
He was having a straight up conversation, just like looking up.
I saw the look on his face, and I was like, "What the hell happened?"
And boys, that's the end of the show. We can't compete with that.
Yeah,
I can't compete with
good
Buttfucker
Lord.
3000.
Good Lord.
Sorry.
sounds like something else you'd find on your Pornhub search.
Maxing out the mic here. I got to tell myself, don't laugh into the mic.
Now we're all on to tears.
So, Buttfucker 3000 was the one that came into the school, and that's why we closed.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
No, so they went bankrupt.
Wow.
And we finished our final, and we were at this place called Champs. We're all having drinks, and like we're sitting around. There's like, I don't know, 20, 30 of us, and all our phones at one time. Don't come to class next week. Doors are shut. We're closed. We're like, what? And what's crazy is the school director actually walked in and told us how great we're doing. And then he walked out, and I found out that when he walked out of there, he went straight to DFW Airport, got on an airplane to go to Florida for his new operations manager position at a radio station.
He's
What
like,
a
I'm
piece
out.
of shit.
Yeah, they took our money and went.
That's
Man.
fucking.
Thanks, Connecticut School of Broadcasting, in your satellite location in Las Colinas.
Wow.
Wow.
Good Lord,
Yeah.
did that guy ever get fired from his new job because?
I would
of
hope
what
so.
he did?
He reached out to me later on. It's like, man, I saw you're doing great in radio. I was like, yeah, I'm doing okay. But yeah, screw you.
But yeah,
Go,
thanks for letting me down.
Go eat a bunch of farts.
Yeah, I mean, he's in Florida. I like to play a game on the air. It's like I tell a really weird story. I'm like, is it Florida or Russia?
That's actually really good.
That's great.
All right, so coming from like a just general music, I had this question, and I've asked people about this before, but is Tool, the band Tool, our generation's version of Rush? Or maybe like the generation, just like maybe like Gen X's version of Rush? And I ask this because it seems like you've got people who are so into that kind of more syncopated rhythms, the weird sounds and all that stuff, and you've got a huge following of Tool. Then you had Grateful Dead of 1965, bit huge following. Fish 1983 is whenever they came on the scene, huge following. Rush 68, again, huge following, right? It's like Tool's got this, like, if they wanted to, I think they could do like a whole, like, almost like Deadhead type festival, and they would sell out because everybody's just so obsessed with Tool.
I think so. I mean, personally, I like Tool.
Yeah.
I've met a lot of people that don't. But I also knew a guy back in San Angelo. He had Tool tattooed on his arm.
Right.
Like he was diehard fan.
Which, and you see but you see that with like the Grateful Dead people too, the Deadheads, and you see that with Fish fans and all that stuff too. So I just got to thinking about it because my sister's brought this up. She's like, she doesn't really care for Tool, but she's of the generation more of like Rush, and she's like, Tool's just Rush. It's just your generation of Rush.
I'll be honest. I don't think I've ever heard Rush. I don't think I've heard a single song from Rush.
Really?
Tom Sawyer.
You've heard you have.
You've heard
I
Tom
mean,
Sawyer.
maybe on a movie or something.
I'm sure